Berlino e Parigi incontriamo più volte Sam, neozelandese, ormai adottato dall'Europa. È qui che un anno fa avvia il suo progetto, Year of Open Source, sperimentare 365 giorni autoproducendo ogni oggetto e bene necessario in modo del tutto open source. When you started to do this kind of project, what happened to your life?
I was trying to find ways to build upon work that is in the commons, that people have put into the commons through open source or public domain licenses or copyleft licenses, and then building on that work to create my own works and putting that then into the commons for other people to build on as well.
Can you explain me what kind of projects you did till today?
A number of different areas where I've kind of thrown myself into different areas. So for education, for example, I couldn't program, never programmed anything before, and I decided that would be a good chance to try open education. But I've also needed to think about physical things, and so one obvious thing when looking into kind of things you're going to need to buy throughout a year is clothing. And clothing, there isn't actually a problem with copyright there, but I thought there's no real open source movement in clothing. You can't kind of, there's no 3D printer where you can just print out a new suit or anything like that. And so I wanted to distinguish between DIY and open source, and I thought if I was to make patterns for clothing and I was to share that with other people, then they would only fit people with the exact same body shape as me. And I wanted to make sure that everybody would be able to adapt my pattern for other people. And so of course I went back to the co-sewing space and sewed my very own open source underwear as well, which of course fit me perfectly, so that's all very nice. And so I thought this was a good opportunity to combine the idea of working with the public domain and also creating my own goods. So I went on public domain review, and so this was done on this 1980s knitting machine, which has been hacked so that it's now useful. And this is also a reversible hat that's built on a design made by Fabienne Sedier, who was the artist who I was making this with. And what we also did is turn it inside out. It's a reversible hat. You've got a QR code there so that you can read that, and that will take you to the source code of the hat as well. So basically when you scan that in, it takes you to my website where you see the video of us making the hat. It's definitely changed the way I approach if I feel that I need a new thing. You know, if something breaks, then the automatic assumption is, okay, well I'd better go and buy a new one. But certainly now, having gone through this process, now I tend to think, okay, do I need to buy a new one, or can I repair this one, or can I create my own one, or can I adapt something else to serve the same purpose? Have realized that this is a process that never is really kind of finished, you know, and so my year of open source is basically not really going to finish either. It's kind of becoming a bit of a life of open source.